Hello, this is Manesh Patel from ichimokutrade.com. This is July 3rd, 2012. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the global markets, where we cover everything from the North America to Europe to Asia as far as stock markets are concerned. If you look here, this is our normal disclaimer. This is for education use only. All charts you're going to see today are from Thinkorswim, from TD Ameritrade, and also eSignal too. Okay, here are my contact details. This is in my email. You could contact any of our global locations here from your phone number or email from the website, or you could go to our website ichimokutrade.com, access any of our free videos, get information about our multiple time frame email alerts, our heat map, and so forth. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to do something totally different this video. We're going to actually go to our heat map, and the reason why is we now have all the world exchanges or the indexes basically here available on our heat map. So we've been going for those charts. Now we've kind of, this week what we're going to do is alternate between the charts and just looking at the heat map here, and you can see exactly what's bullish and bearish. Remember, you're looking for daily and weekly to be the same color in order to have a multiple time frame signal. Also, you're looking for the daily to have either a 2 or 4. If you look here on the daily here, so the US markets right now just broke out of the cloud. The sentiment has changed to being bullish, but there's no trade set up there at all right now because they need to pull back. Okay, so we've had a huge push up, but we need to pull back. And if you look at the weekly, there's no sentiment there at all. So there's no multiple time frame signals at all. So the profits that you see in this upward movement are going to be very limited for right now. So there's no real long-term trends. Are you concerned? Nothing here for Canada. And we'll look at the U.S. Futures in just a minute. Canada, there's nothing really going on. You can see the weekly is bearish. The daily is bullish. If you look here at Mexico, Mexico is an opportunity right now. It's already trending because it's in a 5. The 5 means basically trending until it gets to a yellow 5. That means it's overextended. The weekly is still, it's green too. It's not set up yet, the weekly, but basically both of them are the same color. So this is trending right now. And if you look down the row, you're not going to see many that are the same color. In fact, you'll come down here to Oslo and Turkey. Remember, Turkey was one of the ones that were strong last week that we looked at, so the charts were strong. Turkey, and then if you look here now, so Turkey was a 3 and a 5, so the 5 weekly is already trending, so Turkey is bullish. And if you keep on scrolling down, you're going to see that Malaysia is bullish right now. In fact, Malaysia has got a chart of 4, so Malaysia looks like the only country right now that's set up as far as exchange is concerned. India is already trending as far as daily is concerned. The Nifty there's a discrepancy between the Nifty and the Sensex as far as charts are concerned on the weekly, where the Nifty looks bullish and the Sensex is basically looks like nothing. So there's a discrepancy in the Indian market right now, but both of them are trending as far as the daily is concerned, so that's a good sign. But I would definitely be careful because it looks like it may be limited profits coming your way. And then, so really Malaysia is the only one that's a multiple time frame signal. But if you look here, last week you didn't have much of a weekly time frame as far as they were bullish. So this week you got a lot of differences now as far as the weeklies are concerned. I think last week we had Mexico, Turkey, and Malaysia, and this week we've got a couple of more. So we're starting to see some changes, especially here in Germany. Look at it, the weeklies now sentiments changed bullish, and so is France. So slowly, there hasn't been many opportunities globally, but slowly sentiment's starting to change as far as weekly is concerned and daily. And you can see here now there's a lot of 5. That means we already got a trending already. So a lot of the global markets that were down drastically have now gone up. But remember, a lot of these are major pullbacks that are occurring, not even trend change. So a lot of people are taking some profits on the movements down that they betted on, and they're taking some profits. So I'll be very, very careful. The only one I would definitely look at is probably Malaysia moving forward. Okay. The other thing I would just want to state real fast to you guys here is that here we actually have a heat map now for various countries out there. We've got Malaysia, so if you click on here you can see all the various Malaysian stocks there. Singapore, India, we got the London FTSE, Toronto TSX, we got the world indexes. Australia will be coming online this week, and also Brazil too. So we've got a lot of the individual country stocks now here on the heat maps. Remember, these heat maps are also tied to email alerts, where you could get email alerts for 4, 5, 6, 7 time frame email alerts and so forth. So we pretty much have gone global now, so any of our clients now can diversify and trade any particular instrument in the world, and really all you have to do is just wait for the email to come, and at that point trade those particular markets. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sit there and we're going to go to the US, and we're going to cover the futures for the US side. So if you look here, and you go to, let's look at the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is being strong. Remember, daily is on the left hand side, the weekly is on the right hand side. This has been a basically bullish trend here. It did a pullback to this level right here and held its ground, and now it's gone up. It broke its minor resistance level at 2600 and closed above it. That means it looks like it's trying to retest this high up here, at least get to this level here at 2746 on a long-term basis. Now, whether it gets all the way up there, we don't know, but it looks like it's trying to take its journey up there. If you look here on the daily time frame, nothing really going on right now. Today's action here, if it closes above the cloud, the sentiment will change to be bullish. However, there's a long ways for the daily chart to go bullish in order for it to start trading on the daily. So I think you're going to experience some chop consolidation patterns in the next couple of weeks, which pretty much is typical for the summer time frame here in the US, reason why a lot of traders are taking vacations and so forth. Next we'll go to Dow Futures. Dow Futures pretty much resembles the same thing, just like the NASDAQ. It looks like it's trying to retest the highs here on a long-term basis, trying to get to 13,165, but it's got a long ways to go in order for the daily to start setting up and to look like it's bullish. Okay, and then let's go to E-mini S&P Futures. S&P 500 Futures, same scenario here. Again, it looks like it's gonna, minor resistance level is gonna be here, but the major one's gonna be right around here. So we gotta wait and see exactly what's gonna happen here. But the push upward movements don't make you believe that this is gonna be a trend going forward for a very long time. Remember, the summer months are very volatile, so be very careful. The daily charts are still not set up as far as bullish is concerned. So you're going to have a lot of volatility that you're going to experience, where some days you may have a drastic down day, some days you may have a drastic up day. So be very careful how you trade this couple of months. In fact, a lot of my students, I tell them to take off for June and July and come back in August towards the middle to the end, and then start looking for opportunities again. That's typically when the next cycle happens and trends will start to occur again. But until then, the summer months are kind of deadly as far as stocks are concerned. And it's just not the US market that way anymore. It's pretty much a global market worldwide. Okay, so that's it for this week. It's a short video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us here. Next week's video will be posted probably Wednesday or Thursday, since I'm going out to Singapore, Malaysia to teach a class. So if you have any questions, just email us here and we'll respond to them. Thank you.